All right, Mr. Gonzalez, can you please state your full name and date of birth, please?
Adalberto Enriquez Gonzalez, and my date of birth is 04, month 11, day 20.
All right. And Mr. Gonzalez, did you hear your rights this morning advised in Spanish?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights? Was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication this morning?
No.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
No.
And Mr. Gonzalez, do you understand that a plea of no contest today to this charge may subject you to mandatory jail time for any future or subsequent offenses?
Yes.
With all that being said, Mr. Gonzalez, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter a plea of no contest today and accept the state's offer?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. We'll adjudicate you guilty, order that you pay $300 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. You will need to be fingerprinted by the court deputy, and then he'll hand you a pay slip to take to the clerk's office to get those sums paid. All right, please step over to be fingerprinted, sir. Thank you.
Next one should be number 43 on the docket. Herrera, Diaz, Jose.
All right, good morning, Mr. Herrera.
Good morning.
What's the fines? Is it 353? All right, Mr. Herrera, you're here with us today for a civil speeding citation. If you'd like to accept responsibility today for the speeding citation, I would withhold adjudication and order that you pay $353 in court costs within 90 days. If you don't want to accept responsibility, we can go ahead and set your case for a traffic infraction hearing where the officer would have to prove the charge against you. What would you like to do, sir?
I'll accept.
Okay. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
José Aroldo Herrera Díaz, 11-17-2006.
Jose Aroldo Herrera Diaz. The interpreter is going to clarify the date of birth. Jose, please.
11-17-2006.
Date of birth is 11/17/2006.
All right. And Mr. Herrera, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No.
All right. Mr. Herrera, do you believe it's in your best interest to accept responsibility for the speeding citation today?
Yes, I'll accept.
All right. Mr. Herrera, I find that you freely and voluntarily accepted responsibility for the citation. I will withhold adjudication and withhold the points from your license. Order that you pay $353 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. The court deputy is going to hand you a pay slip so you can get those sums paid at the clerk's office. Thank you, Mr. Herrera.
Tengo una pregunta.
I just have a question.
Yes, sir.
¿Licencia sobre
Is my license still valid or no?
We're not assessing any points towards your license with this sentence, so if your license was in effect before you entered the plea, it should still be. Thank you, sir.
Do I go with no, yes, thank you. Next one should be number 88 on the docket. Ms. Ruiz Osorto. Daisy Ruiz Osorto.
Good morning, Ms. Ruiz. All right, Ms. Ruiz, you've been charged with no valid driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Ruiz?
One moment, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to get a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state's offer right now is an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs, but the state would have no objection to allowing a continuance for her to get that valid driver's license.
Okay. So Ms. Ruiz, you heard that offer from the state. If you want to accept it, we can resolve your case today. However, if you want additional time to try and obtain a valid driver's license, we can go ahead and continue this court date to allow you to do so. That may result in a better offer from the state.
Okay, I'll accept.
Do you want to accept that offer or continue the court date?
I'll accept the offer.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I can just approach the front of the board.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Your Honor, not as representing her, but just to let you know, she is going to ask for a reset so she can try to get that driver's license.
All right. So, Ms. Ruiz, that's what you would like to do? You'd like to reset this court date to try and get a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do 3 weeks out. What's the one after 4/21? What's that? Okay, 4/20. All right, Ms. Ruiz, what we'll do is continue this court date to April 28th at 9 a.m. That'll give you some time to try and get a good driver's license. So make sure you're back on that date. And if you do have a valid driver's license, please bring that with you so you can show the state attorney. All right, we'll see you back on April 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one should be 56 on the docket with Mr. Aiden, Landa Verde Peña, Juan Landa Verde Peña.
Pass on that.
Pass it.
Next one should be number 60 on the docket. Simón Mateo Simón.
Pass that, Your Honor.
We'll pass that case for now.
Next one should be 62 on the docket. Mejia Guzmán. José Alfonso Mejia Guzmán.
All right, good morning, Mr. Mejia.
this morning.
You've been charged with no valid driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Mejia?
Is he able to get a valid license?
Maybe yes.
Your Honor, I would ask this to be reset then, so I can give him a chance. He can, he cannot.
Any objection from the state?
Your Honor, the state just, if he can get a valid driver's license, the state would have no objection to continuance, but if he cannot, the offer's gonna adjudicate and $300 in court costs.
All right. So, Mr. Mejia, go ahead and.
Then, Your Honor, my client is going to go ahead and accept the state's offer, enter plea of no contest, be assessed $300, $100 cost of defense.
And I would give him 90 days to pay those amounts. All right, Mr. Mejia, your attorney indicates that you want to go ahead and plea no contest and accept that offer from the state. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, please state your full name and date of birth.
Jose Mejia, Jose Alfonso Mejia Guzman, 7/29/2006.
All right, and Mr. Mejia, did you hear your rights this morning advised in Spanish?
No.
Were you not here?
¿No estabas aquí? Oh, yes, I was, yes.
Okay. Do you understand those rights?
¿Entiendes esos derechos? Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication this morning?
No.
All right. Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. Aiden regarding your plea and get any questions you may have answered?
Yes.
All right. Do you understand that a plea of no contest to this charge may subject you to mandatory jail time for any future or subsequent offense?
Yes.
All right. With all that being said, Mr. Mejia, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter this plea of no contest today?
Yes.
All right. I find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. Will adjudicate you guilty. Order that you pay $300 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense within 90 days. You're going to have to step over to be fingerprinted by the court deputy, and then he will hand you a pay slip so you can get those amounts paid at the clerk's office. Please step over to be fingerprinted, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mejia.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the last one, Your Honor, should be number 73 on the docket, Orozco Sanchez, with Mr. Aiden. Jose Orozco Sanchez.
Pass that, Your Honor.
Pass? Okay.
And that is all I have on the list, Your Honor. May I hand this to court?
Yes, ma'am.
¿Alguien más necesita intérprete en español? Pase, por favor.
All right, good morning, sir.
This one should be number 66 on the docket, Your Honor. Morales Bonola Miguel.
All right. Mr. Morales, you've been charged with driving with an expired driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Morales?
Your Honor, the state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, 6-month probation to show proof of that valid driver's license within 90 days, $300 in court costs. However, has he been able to get a valid license? Your Honor, if we could briefly pass this case just to take a look.
Sure. Mr. Morales, if you could go have a seat on the first row right there. State's going to take a look at your driver's license and then speak to you about their offer, okay? We'll call you back up in a few. Good morning, sir.
We have, this should be number 13 on the docket, Your Honor, Cisneros, Axel, David Cisneros.
All right, Mr. Cisneros, you've been charged with no valid driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Cisneros?
One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to get a valid driver's license?
Not yet.
Can you get a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state's offer for today is an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court cost. However, the state would have no objection to a reset continuance to allow the defendant time to get that license.
All right. Mr. Cisneros, you heard that offer from the state. If you want to resolve your case today and accept that, we can do that. However, if you want to continue today's court date to give you some additional time to try and secure a valid driver's license, we can do that, and the state's offer may improve. What would you like to do, sir?
Could you repeat that?
Sure. If you want to accept that offer from the state today, we can do that and resolve your case. However, if you want additional time to try and secure a valid driver's license, we can continue today's arraignment. That may result in a better offer from the state.
Okay, I'll continue my case.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Cisneros, what we're going to do is continue your arraignment to April 28th at 9 a.m. to give you some additional time to get that driver's license. So make sure you're back on that date and bring your driver's license with you to show the state, okay?
Okay, the 28th at 9?
April 28th, 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
¿Alguien más necesita intérprete en español?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Jorge Daniel.
Jorge Daniel Paredes?
With a P?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Paredes, you've been charged with driving with an expired driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Paredes?
Have you gotten that? One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been able to get that driver's license renewed?
Not yet.
Are you able to do so?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state's offer would be adjudication of guilt, $300 in court cost. However, no objection to a reset to allow him to get that license valid.
Okay. So, Mr. Paredes, you heard the offer from the state. If you want to accept that, we can resolve your case today. However, if you want additional time to try and secure a valid driver's license, I will give that to you, and that may result in the state's offer improving. What would you like to do, sir?
I'll accept the better offer.
Okay, so you want to continue it to try and get a better, or to get a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Paredes, what we're going to do is continue your arraignment to April 28th at 9 a.m.
Okay.
If you do get a valid driver's license, bring that with you to court so you can show the state. But we'll see you back on April 28th at 9 a.m. Thank you, sir.
Is that all?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
¿Alguien más necesita intérprete en español? I believe that's all, Your Honor. May I
All right.
ask you-
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Cardenas. All right, Larry Alden. Morning, Mr. Alden.
Morning, sir.
All right, sir, you've been charged with financial responsibility violation, likely no insurance.
Yes, sir.
Does the state have an offer for Mr. Alden?
Mr. Alden, have you been able to get valid insurance?
Yes, ma'am, I took care of it right then.
Okay, Your Honor, if we could pass this case for a minute, and if you could take a seat on the first row, we'll take a look at it and get that resolved.
So take a seat on the front row, Mr. Alden. The state's going to speak to you about their offer, okay? We'll call you back up in a few.
All right, thank you.
Grace Allender? DPA. Xavier Baker? Morning, Mr. Baker. All right, you've been-
Shanahan for the defense.
Yes, sir.
You have an offer, Mr. Baker.
Yes, Your Honor, the state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, and 10 days in the Okaloosa County Jail.
We'll plead not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Baker, we'll notate that not guilty plea for you. We're going to set your case on May 4th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with Mr. Aiden, okay?
Thank you.
Annalisa Bankhead. Good morning, Ms. Bankhead. All right, ma'am, you're here with us today for a civil speeding citation.
Yes.
If you want to accept responsibility today, I would withhold adjudication and withhold the points from your license in order that you pay $353 in court costs within 90 days. If you do not want to accept that today, we can set your case for a traffic infraction hearing where the officer would have to prove the citation against you. What would you like to do?
Accept.
You want to accept that? Okay. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
Annalisa Bankhead, 04-2299.
All right, and Ms. Bankhead, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication this morning? And do you believe it's in your best interest to accept responsibility for the speeding citation today?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll find that you freely and voluntarily accepted responsibility. I will withhold adjudication and withhold the points from your license. Order that you pay $353 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. The court deputy is going to hand you a pay slip, so you can take that down to the clerk's office and get that amount paid, okay? But you got 90 days in the event that you can't pay it today.
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Kiarian Battles.
Your Honor, and if we could, we have, just need to get the deferred prosecution. Oh, well, he's referred Mr. Aiden. Mr. Aiden, the state's offer is going to be a deferred prosecution agreement.
Morning, Mr. Battles.
Did you already talk to them? Okay, good. Your Honor, that's fine. I'll just have them sit there and, what's your other
Do you
guys
want
fill
to,
out?
yeah, got to fill it out. Your Honor, Mr. Battles did show the state, he has updated his address with the DMV, so the state's offer is that deferred
Great.
prosecution agreement.
So you should just sign that there for me, please. Just real quick.
Sure. All right, so Mr. Battles is accepting the deferred prosecution agreement?
Correct, Your Honor. And there'll be 90 days to pay on this. Is that correct?
So, Mr. Battles, all you got to do is make sure you fulfill those conditions, and if you do within that time frame, then the charges will be dismissed, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
And just hold on to that, Mr. Aiden, for now.
Mr. McKinney's computer.
Great. Zach Boland? All right, it's my understanding that Mr. Boland's case was added in error. It's going to be transferred to circuit court, so he'll be set for circuit court arraignment. Danielle Brazil? Good morning, Ms. Brazil.
Good morning.
All right, ma'am, you've been charged with driving with a suspended driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Brazil?
Have you been able to get that valid driver's license? Could you show it to me real quick? Your Honor, if we could take a minute to pass this case, but before she steps down and we take a look at it.
Sure.
When I look up this statute number, it does show the HTO status, and I do want to make sure that is correct on the clerk's website.
What's that? Habitual traffic offender. I mean, the clerk may not have access. Are you asking if
Okay.
the statute is,
Yes, Your Honor, it was showing up as driving while license suspended, first offense, but when I'd searched the statute that it's cited under, it was showing the habitual traffic offender statute. When I looked at the case, she's not, so just making sure.
I don't think we have access to.
What I have on record is 322.34, 10B section 1.
I'll take a look, Your Honor. I
Okay.
do think we enter that DPA, it won't be a factor anyway, but.
So, Ms. Brazil, just go have a seat on the front row. State's going to talk to you about a new offer in your case, okay?
Thank you.
All right, and then we'll call you back up. All right, Evan Boucher. Possession of alcohol.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
the state does not have any information of that. I know DPA was emailed to the defendant, but it has not been signed or e-filed.
Okay. Is this the first time it's up?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go ahead, we'll save these for the end and then
Okay.
go through this, if that works. All right. I'll call them out, but in the event that they're not here, we'll save them to the end. Toby Burt. Nicholas Butler.
Your Honor, for Mr. Burton, he filed this file this morning.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Raymond Clowers. He's an inmate. Brenda Contreras. Brenda Contreras. Chase Corey. Come on up, sir. Good morning, Mr. Corey.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you've been charged with possession of paraphernalia. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Corey?
Your Honor, the state does not have an offer this time.
All right. All right, so Mr. Corey, there's no offer from the state at this time, so we won't be able to resolve your case this morning. Are you able to afford an attorney?
No, sir.
Would you like me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Have you filled out a public defender application yet?
No, sir.
Okay. The court deputy is going to hand you a public defender application. I'm going to need you to fill that out in its entirety. before you leave the courthouse today, and they'll let you know if you officially qualify for public defender assistance. Do y'all want me to provisionally appoint the PD's office?
We would, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. I'll go ahead and provisionally appoint them at this time. And we'll go ahead and notate a not guilty plea for you, Mr. Corey, and set your case for May 4th at 9 a.m. So make sure you're back on that date, but go ahead and fill out that application and turn that in before you leave today.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay? Any questions?
I'm through in here for today, though. I can just turn this in?
Yes, sir?
Okay. Thank
All
you
right,
very
we'll
much.
see you back on May 4th at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir. You have a good day, Your Honor.
You too, sir. Joseph Crow.
Your Honor, I do, if I'm not mistaken, pass Mr. Crow's case for a minute. I believe Mr. Collins is speaking to him outside.
Okay. Pass Mr. Crow. Lamar Davis. Come on up, sir. How you doing, Mr. Davis?
Good, sir.
Good. All right, you've been charged with no vehicle registration. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor. If Mr. Davis could take a seat on the first row, I did take a look at that case, and the state's offer is going to be a deferred prosecution agreement.
Great.
So,
So, Mr. Davis, take a seat on the front row. The state will give you that paperwork, and if that's something you want to accept, we can resolve it today.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. Nevaeh DeLone. Good morning, Ms. DeLone.
State has not put this alone at this
the
point.
state does not have an offer at this time.
We'll plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. DeLone, we're going to notate a not guilty plea for you. Your case is going to be set for May 4th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Faith Dutch. Faith Dutch or Dooch. Jaheim Dewar. Morning, Mr. Dewar.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dewar, you've been charged with a violation of the non-resident requirements for a driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Dewar?
Mr. Dewar, are you able to get a valid, or have you gotten a valid driver's license?
Not yet.
Are you able to?
Not at the moment.
Okay. The state's offer without that valid driver's license is an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court costs.
So, Mr. Dewar, if you want to accept that offer from the state today, I'll give you 90 days to pay. If you don't want to accept it, we can go ahead and notate a not guilty plea for you, give you some time to speak to an attorney, or think about the offer. What would you like to do?
I'll accept it.
You'll accept that?
Yes.
Okay. Please state your full name and date of birth.
It is Jaheim Dewar, and it's October 25th, 2002.
All right, Mr. Dewar, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication this morning?
No, sir.
Were you here this morning when I advised everyone of their rights?
No, sir.
You were not here?
No, sir.
Okay, have a seat. I'm gonna have to call you up in a little bit, okay?
All right.
We'll take care of it in just a few. Stephen Drummond? Morning, Mr. Drummond.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Enter plea of not guilty.
All right, Mr. Drummond, we will notate a not guilty plea for you. Your case is going to be set for May 4th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Myra Escobar Munguia? Myra Escobar Munguia. We'll pass that for now. Marcus Evans. Morning, Mr. Evans.
Good morning.
All right. Is this reopened failure to comply?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What does Mr. Evans still have left to do?
Your Honor, I had showed yesterday when I had checked, we still had that remaining $200 from a deferred prosecution agreement.
Have you paid that $200, Mr. Evans?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
I will take a look.
Okay. Can you check?
Yes.
The paperwork right there.
It's been paid?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, could you show it to me? Anyone touch his stuff?
There's two of them.
Two of them.
Mr. Clerk's saying he paid on March 27th.
Okay. Your Honor, the state is going to announce a no pros due to successful completion of the deferred prosecution agreement.
All right, Mr. Evans, your case has been dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day. Shauna Evans. Shauna Evans. Harmony Figueroa. Harmony Figueroa. Abraham Flores. Good morning, Mr. Flores. All right, and you're here for a failure to comply with the deferred prosecution agreement. What does Mr. Flores have left to complete?
I will take a look. I still showed, when I checked, that there was outstanding balance of the $200. However, I'll recheck and make sure he's paid.
He was too outstanding.
He still
It was
owes.
a failure to appear. I had,
Outstanding, 200 is still short.
Your Honor, Mr. Flores is saying he will be able to pay the full $200 after Friday, before Friday. I don't know how the court wishes to proceed with that. I don't know if they'd like to reset for very brief.
State?
Your Honor, the state's offer, this case is from May of 2025. The state's offer is going to be an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court costs. In exchange for that, it's going to be no action on the FTA.
Any objection? You said he can pay by Friday?
He can pay Friday, so if he paid, I guess Monday would be the time to be able to pay it.
If the defendant is able and does pay, the state would have no objection to a continuance to allow him to pay, but if this case is brought back up
Yeah.
for failure, it is going to be that adjudication and $300 in court costs.
So, Mr. Flores, it sounds like the state's willing to give you a chance to get that paid. What we'll do is continue your arraignment to April 14th at 9 a.m. next Tuesday. So you got to appear on that date. Make sure you pay that $200 prior to and bring that receipt with you to court, okay?
yes, sir.
What's that? Okay. And the court deputy's going to hand you a pay slip, so you can take that down there whenever and show that to the clerk so you can get that paid. All right, we'll see you back on April 14th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, was that April 14th or April 28th?
April 14th, next week. Brandon Forrester. Brandon Forrester.
Your Honor, a DPA was e-filed this morning.
All right. Casey France. Inmate. Thank you. Gage Freeberg. Larry Gabbard.
Written plea of not guilty was filed on the 6th, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go ahead and set Mr. Gabbard for May 4th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Amber Gandara. Inmate. Nicholas Gomillion. Nicholas Gomillion. All right, Michael Gortney, it looks like Mr. Ballack filed a plea of not guilty, so we'll go ahead and set Mr. Gortney for May 6th at 9 a.m. Virginia Graves. Virginia Graves. Ms. Graves can stay right there if that's easier.
Miss Grace, have you gotten a valid license?
I'm sorry,
Have you gotten that license renewed?
I'm sorry.
Have you gotten that license renewed?
I called New York City and I can't get my birth certificate.
Okay. Well, Ms. Graves, you've been charged with driving with an expired driver's license.
Yes, sir.
State, what's your offer at this point in time?
I'm sorry?
I'm asking the state what their offer is.
Your Honor, the state's offer would be a withhold of adjudication and $300 in court costs. However, again, the state would have no objection to allow Ms. Graves time to get that documentation and get her license updated.
Okay. Ms. Graves, do you think if we give you some additional time to try and get your driver's license that you'll be able to do so?
Probably. I have called New York City and they told me I need to come to the office to get my birth certificate.
That's nice of them. Do you need something to help with your hearing, or can you hear okay?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yes.
If I may, just because I just went through this not long ago, I had to get my mother's driver's license from New York, from Brooklyn. It took about 7 months for them to send it to me after I sent in the written request. So I know you can do it, but it took 7 months for it to come back in my mail for my mother. So I think it's going to take her some time. If you want to pass, let me talk to her and I'll come back. What we do.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Collins. So, Ms. Graves, what we're going to do is we're going to pass your case for a few minutes.
I'm sorry?
We're going to pass your case for a few minutes so the state attorney can speak to you about your charge and see if we can't resolve it today, all right? So go ahead and take a seat on the front row,
Okay,
and Mr. Collins will speak to you.
okay.
Thank you, Ms. Graves. Scott Hamilton. Scott Hamilton. Justin Hampton. Inmate. Georgina Harwin.
Shane for the defense.
Good morning.
They haven't offered yet.
The state does not have an offer at this
No offer.
time, Your Honor.
Enter plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Harwin, we're going to notate a not guilty plea for you. And your case is going to be set for May 4th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with Mr. Aiden, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Gage Hathorn. Gage Hathorn. Daniel Highsmith. Daniel Highsmith.
Pass that, Your Honor.
Pass. Richard Holcomb. Good morning, Mr. Holcomb. Just give me 1 minute. All right, Mr. Holcomb, you've been charged with driving while license suspended or revoked. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Holcomb?
Your Honor, in 26 CT 536, there was some confusion. Mr. Holcomb brought to my attention that the officer had sent a letter
Yeah.
saying that this citation should be dismissed. I did have the opportunity to look again at his GL history. I think that his suspension was unknowingly. I don't think it was knowingly, so at this time, the state's gonna dismiss this as at 26 CT 536 at the officer's request.
Okay. So, Mr. Holcomb, case has been dismissed. Thank you for appearing today, and best of luck to you, sir. Kemper Hopkins. Kemper Hopkins. Elizabeth Izquierdo. Elizabeth Izquierdo. Melissa Jackson.
She's an inmate, Your Honor. We took care of her yesterday.
Oh, did we?
And she's one that was here on one thing, and there was
Oh.
something scheduled for today.
That's right.
We set her for April 15th, Judge.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Kemper Hopkins, that DPA was e-filed this morning.
Thank you, ma'am. Austin Johns.
Also an inmate, Your Honor.
All right.
Judge, in Mr. John's case, I think that we flooded these cases out yesterday. He took 30 days, I think.
He did have a case on yesterday.
That name does sound familiar.
I think we pled both these cases concurrently yesterday. He had a 25,
Okay, but that case has been resolved?
Yesterday. Austin Jones.
Yes, sir. Christina Johnston. Christina Johnston. Grant Kelly. Grant Kelly. Tony Kearns.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Abel for the defense.
Good morning.
State have an offer on Mr. Kearns?
Your Honor, the state does not have an offer at this time.
Your plea is not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kearns, we'll go ahead and notate that not guilty plea for you. Set your case for May 4th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with Mr. Aiden, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mia Corfage. Mia Corfage. Vincent Labitte. Vincent Labitte.
Mr. Labitte is right here, Your Honor.
Labitte.
Right, he was one of those situations where did the plea, he was supposed to be sentenced if he had certain things done, then it was going to be one, otherwise be open. We're set today. He failed to appear. He says he has the driver's course done, but he is unable for some reason to send it from his tablet. He has it pulled up and ready to show court, state, whomever would like to see it. I just don't know how to get it off the tablet myself.
Okay, so he entered a plea to these charges?
Correct.
And it was with Judge Mason, correct?
Correct.
When did he enter the plea and what was the sentence?
That would have been the 11th of February. I believe the sentence, gosh, at this point, I'm not sure.
But he failed to show for sentencing?
Correct, and he was here. Sentencing was set on the 23rd of February. He failed to appear. And he is here now. And it was just a matter of whether he got the advanced driver's improvement course done, whether or not it was going to be probation or not.
State, any information on this?
One moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Hold on, sir, speak to your attorney.
Yes, Judge, this is a case where we continued the case for quite some time in order for him to do the advanced driver improvement course, because the state's agreement was that it would be adjudication and 6 months probation for him to do the advanced driver improvement course and pay the $300. We continued this case for quite some time for him to do the advanced driver improvement course. So at this time, and because he failed to appear at sentencing, there is no agreement with the state, and the state would ask the court to go ahead and sentence him. But just so the court knows, the state's original offer was adjudicate, 6 months probation, advanced driver improvement,
It
$300.
sounds to me like this needs to be placed back on Judge Mason's docket.
Was the plea originally in front of Judge Mason?
It was.
Okay. So, Mr. LeBeat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back on Judge Mason's docket so she can go ahead and handle this case from here. We're going to put you on her docket on May 11th at 9 a.m. So make sure you appear before Judge Mason on that date, okay?
May 11th.
Yeah.
May 11th at 9 o'clock is your next court date. Try to get somebody to help you send that in.
Send it to,
As you're supposed to. Send it to the clerk.
I'll call you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. LeBeat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Laura Lambert,
Jail, inmate?
you said inmate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Jade Lemke, inmate. Kirsten Lynch. Kirsten Lynch. Shannon Lynch. Morning, Mr. Lynch.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you've been charged with financial responsibility violation, likely no insurance, and a failure to appear. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Lynch?
Your Honor, Mr. Shannon Lynch is here for a failure to comply with the DPA.
Oh, excuse me. What does Mr. Lynch have left to complete?
Your Honor, I believe he has the $200 outstanding financial.
Okay. Mr. Lynch, have you paid that $200 yet?
I can pay it by the 15th.
He's not a balance of 2 weeks to do.
State?
Your Honor, if we would like to place this on next week's arraignment, he said he'd pay it at 5/15, correct?
By the 15th this month.
By the 15th of this month.
So we'd have to put it on the arraignment for the 21st?
Yes, Your Honor.
If we continue your case to April 21st, this court date, you said you can pay it by the 15th,
Yes, sir.
correct? Okay. All right, Mr. Lynch, we'll go ahead and continue your arraignment to April 21st at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and bring that payment receipt with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
And Mr. Lynch, if it's not paid for on that day, the state's offer is going to be an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs. So just have it completed on that.
You understand that, Mr. Lynch?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jonica McDaniel?
Inmate, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, was that date 4/21?
Yeah, April 21st at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Elijah Meyer. Elijah Meyer. Jalen Mesa-Suazo. Good morning, Mr. Mesa-Suazo.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. You have insurance now?
Yes, sir.
Can you please show that to them?
Okay. Do you also have valid driver's license?
Yes.
You're fine. Your Honor, I do see that he has presented to me a valid insurance, and I'm going to check this driver's license if we can pass this case, and you take a seat on the front row.
Mr. Suazo, just take a seat on the front row,
He
okay?
also has a, under his possession.
Oh, he does.
Okay.
My apologies.
Go ahead and have a seat on that front row. That'd be great.
Your Honor, I'll also address that minor in possession and get on.
Perfect. Take a seat, Mr. Mesa-Suazo, and we'll call you back up. LaMercy Monestan. Good morning, Ms. Monestan. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
And
You've been
thank you
charged
for
with
saying my name correct as well.
Monestan?
You said first and last name correct.
Perfect. All right, ma'am, you've been charged with driving with an expired driver's license more than 6 months. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Monestan?
Have you been able to get that driver's license?
No.
You haven't got it fixed, can you?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, the state would have the state's offer for today would be a withhold of adjudication and $300 in court costs. However, not object to a continuance to allow her to get that driver's license.
Ms. Monestan, would you like some additional time to try and get that driver's license secured?
Yes. It's just, it's a little unique of a situation because,
Sure.
yeah.
There's enough moving pieces that she would benefit from having an attorney in her case. I think that she may be seeking the appointment of a public defender.
Okay. Ms. Monestan, are you able to afford private counsel?
No.
Okay. Would you like me to appoint public defender's office to represent you? Okay. The court deputy is going to hand you an application for public defender assistance. I'm going to need you to fill that out completely and turn it in down at the clerk's office. They'll let you know if you qualify for public defender assistance. I'll go ahead and provisionally appoint them at this time, but make sure you turn that application in,
Yes, sir.
or else they won't be able to stay on your case, okay?
Yes, sir.
We'll go ahead at this time and notate a not guilty plea for you and set your case for May 11th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Mason. So make sure you're back on that date. Turn that application in and then stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Michelle, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Molenstein.
What date was that, Your Honor? I apologize.
May 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
I think we passed Mr. Miguel Morales Benola. Was he a DPA?
Yes, Your Honor.
He was? Okay.
One moment.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Your Honor. He
Okay.
was a DPA.
Great.
No, you're.
Manuela Morgan? Good morning, Ms. Morgan. Good morning. All right, ma'am, you've been charged with no valid driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Morgan?
Are you able to get that valid driver's license? No. No. State's offer is going to be an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court costs.
All right, so Ms. Morgan, you heard that offer from the state. If you'd like to accept that, I'd give you 90 days to pay. If you don't want to accept that offer, you want to speak to an attorney or think about it. You want to go ahead and accept it? Okay. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
Manuela Morgan, August 30th, 1985.
All right. And Ms. Morgan, were you here this morning when I explained everyone's rights?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication this morning?
No.
Do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
No.
Okay. And Ms. Morgan, do you understand that a plea of no contest in this case may subject you to mandatory jail time for any future or subsequent offenses?
Yes.
Okay. With all that being said, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter this plea of no contest today and accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Morgan, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. I will adjudicate you guilty, order that you pay $300 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. You're going to have to be fingerprinted by our court deputy, and then he'll give you a pay slip so you can get those amounts paid at the clerk's office, okay? All right, please step over to be fingerprinted. Thank you, Ms. Morgan. Gannon Morin? Gannon Morin. Stephen Mosley? Morning, Mr. Mosley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Trading for the defense. Does the state's offer still adjudication of guilt, 90 days in the county jail, court costs?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I guess we just need to set this on the docket.
All right, Mr. Aiden, my apologies.
No worries, Your Honor. He also has a felony VOP pending. I believe, is that what the probation? Okay.
Yeah, she's checking into that VOP currently.
Okay. Your Honor, the only thing I can say is just to set this on the docket, on the track toward trial, and we can try to see what's going to happen with the felony.
Okay. So not guilty plea?
I'm sorry?
Not guilty plea?
I believe we already entered a plea of not guilty, Your Honor, on the 27th of January.
Why is it on today's docket then?
I couldn't tell you. I've got a note that on the 27th of January, he appeared in custody, pled not guilty. On the
I believe you.
16th, he did not appear, and here we are again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's keeping his issues.
Okay, so it was just for the FTA? Okay.
So plead not guilty to the
Plea of not guilty, yes, to the FTA. Okay. All right, Mr. Mosley, we'll go ahead and notate that plea of not guilty is to count 2, and we'll go ahead and set your case on May 11th at 9 a.m. with Judge Mason. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with your attorney, okay? Thank you, Mr. Mosley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Juliet Narud. Juliet Narud. Daniel Newhouse.
In custody, Your Honor.
All right. Addison Nutley. Addison Nutley. William Peters. Good morning, Mr. Peters.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Peters, it looks like you're here. Is this a failure to comply with the DPA?
Yes, I got arrested for failure to appear.
Okay.
Put out warrants for my arrest, but.
Okay.
Yeah, for 2 court dates I went to.
State, does he have an open deferred prosecution agreement?
It says reopened. I believe it would be for a failure to comply. If I could just, let me take a look to see. Have you paid that deferred prosecution agreement?
Yeah, whenever I was bailed out, I
Okay.
paid 2 warrants and both of the court fees that they said I didn't pay, I got paid for.
25 CT 413 was paid. Now look at that.
Yeah, and he had a $300 cash bond.
And there was 1414.
Oh, there is another case.
414, there's no action, there's no payment on that account.
Would the $300 cash bond cover it? Just give us one moment, sir. Do y'all know if the cash bond, would it cover the outstanding costs in 25 CT 1414? Yeah. State?
Your Honor, so the cash bond was paid in that case, the one that's remaining? Okay, the state would just ask that bond be applied to the deferred prosecution agreement, and the state would like to announce a no pros in case number 25 CT 1413 due to successful completion of the deferred prosecution agreement, and in 25 CT 1414, again, a state would like to announce a no pros due to successful completion of the deferred prosecution agreement.
All right. So, Mr. Peters, we're going to go ahead and both cases have been dismissed. We're going to go ahead and apply your cash bond to any outstanding financial requirements. And if there is a refund due to you, it'll be mailed to the address of whoever posted the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. Best of luck to you.
The state will take also no action on those FTAs.
Thank you, ma'am. Gregory Price. Gregory Price. Charles Rosellis. Charles Rosellis. Matthew Reardon. William Redden. William Redden. William Reed. Inmate. Roxanne Reed. Roxanne Reed. Mark Riley. Mark Riley. Christopher Rogers.
Inmate, Your Honor.
Inmate. Oh, there he is. Good morning, Mr. Rogers.
Morning. Speaking of offer, Mr. Rogers.
Your Honor, if we could briefly pass this case just a moment. I do want to confer with Mr. Collins on the offer to resolve this case.
Mr. Rogers, we're going to pass your case for just a few minutes. Take a seat. We'll call you back up.
Your Honor, you want to call Miss Graves?
Sure.
You can stay right there.
You ready to come up?
No, you're good right there, Ms. Graves.
Your Honor, I believe Miss Graves is going to request a two-cycle continuance to get her birth certificate. We went over, been ordered, might have to be readjusted, but it's coming, so she needs about 2 months.
2 months?
2 cycles.
June 1st work?
June.
That's just not the,
Oh,
See, this is
no, we're just going to continue the arraignment to June 2nd.
June 2nd.
Ms. Graves, does June 2nd work for you?
I'm sorry, June 2nd. Does that work for you? June 2nd? It'll have to.
Okay. Well, what we'll do, Ms. Graves, is we'll continue your case, this hearing, to June 2nd. That'll give you some time to work with the state of New York, and we will see where things stand at that point. But we'll see you back on June 2nd at 9 a.m.
I'm done.
Yes, ma'am?
Judge wants just email number 47 on the docket. Elizabeth is Roberto, he's taking care of it.
What's that now?
Number 47 on the docket, Elizabeth is Roberto,
Mm-hmm.
he's taking care of it.
Oh, okay.
9-6.
Was it a plea?
9-6.
He submits a sentence every year, he just emailed us, he's taking care of it.
Okay.
It's a question.
All right, great. All right, Mark Riley.
Thank you very much.
Marja Rogers.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Aiden for the defense.
Good morning.
Ms. Rogers, do you have your license back?
Nice and
Wonderful.
everything.
Can you show that?
Insurance, yeah.
And lady in the blue?
All right, if we could briefly pass Ms. Rogers' case to take a look at this.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Rogers, just go ahead and have a seat on the front row. The state's going to take a look at that paperwork and speak to you for a minute. Isaiah Rosas. Good morning, Mr. Rosas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Aiden for the defense. Under a plea of not guilty at this point.
All right, Mr. Rosas, we'll notate that not guilty plea for you and continue your case to May 11th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with your attorney, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Brody Rowan. Brody Rowan. Jonathan Sanchez Oliver. Good morning, Mr. Sanchez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane Aiden for the defense. The state have an offer.
One moment, Your Honor. What was that last name again?
Last name is Sanchez.
Sanchez Oliver, sir.
Your Honor, the state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, a no trespass at the 10 Harbor Boulevard in Destin, Florida. And that would be the state's offer.
Perfect. Your Honor, my client will go ahead and accept that, enter a plea of no contest, be adjudicated guilt, pay $270 in court costs, $100 cost of defense.
All right, and no trespass at 10 Harbor Boulevard.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sanchez, your attorney indicates you want to plead no contest and accept that offer from the state, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, please state your full name and date of birth.
Jonathan Sanchez Oliver, April 8th, 1990.
All right, and sir, were you here this morning when I explained everyone's rights?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. Aiden regarding the plea and get any questions you may have answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any further questions for your attorney?
No, sir.
All right. And do you believe it's in your best interest to enter a plea of no contest today and accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Sanchez, Oliver, I will find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. We'll adjudicate you guilty, order that you pay $270 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense within 90 days. You're also not to trespass at 10 Harbor Boulevard in Destin, Florida. The court deputy is going to hand you a pay slip. I already did. You can take that to the clerk's office to get those amounts paid.
Okay. Just for clarification, that order is for no trespass, good for 1 year.
Correct. That's valid for 1 year, sir.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lord.
Edrin Sanders,
Inmate, Your Honor.
inmate. Ella Shirey. Ella Shirey. Scout Sinkowicz. Ava Smallwood. Keontae Smith. Jason Snyder.
Inmate, Your Honor.
All right. Luis Solano Maldonado. Serene Stanky. Logan Stuckman. Timothy Sullivan. Jasmine Charette.
Written plea of not guilty was filed for that, Your Honor.
All right, we'll go ahead and set Ms. Charette on May 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Justin Teague. Hannah Todd Rogers. Tyler Touchstone. Morning, Mr. Touchstone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, sir, it looks like you've been charged with contracting without a license. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Touchstone?
Yes, the state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, 6-month probation, and on that probation to not contract without a license. I do have a note here that maybe there were some documents that you're bringing, Mr. Touchstone.
Right there.
Your Honor, if we could just have a minute and pass this case, take a look at what he's provided to the state.
Mr. Touchstone, have a seat on that front row or somewhere close to there, and the state's going to speak to you, and we'll call you back up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Rontarius Turner.
Your Honor, we live in no process for filing those.
Is that correct, State? For Mr. Turner?
The FTA is out.
I do show that a no process was filed, Your Honor.
Okay. Those are dismissed. Markeith Valentine. How you doing, Mr. Valentine?
I'm doing all right, John.
Good.
Your Honor, shade for the state, and this is the state, shade for the defense, does the state have an offer yet?
What is that case number?
It's 26CP 584.
And there's also a careless driving citation.
Yes, Your Honor. The state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, a $500 fine, $476.73 in court cost, 11 months and 29 days probation, 50 hours community service work, DUI school, 1 session of the victim impact panel, a 10-day vehicle impound, and a 6-month driver's license suspension.
Your Honor, go ahead and do the plea of not guilty. I'd like to have time to speak to my client about that offer.
Okay. Mr. Valentine, we'll go ahead and notate a not guilty plea for you. Your case is going to be set on May 11th at 9 a.m. with Judge Mason. Make sure you're back on that date and stay in touch with Mr. Aiden, okay?
You said May 11th at 9?
Yes, sir.
Yes, all right.
Shante Walker-Thomas. Good morning, Ms. Walker-Thomas.
Good morning.
All right, ma'am, it looks like you're here for a civil citation for failure to secure a load. What's this penalty for that? Give me 1 moment, ma'am.
Reached out to Angie.
And do we need to pass this from there?
Yes,
Ms. Walker-Thomas, let's pass your case for just a minute. Take a seat and we'll call you right back up. We're trying to figure out what the civil penalty is to see if you want to resolve it today. Hagen Wall. Hagen Wall. Michael Ward. Michael Ward. Zachary Warrington. Zachary Warrington. Donovan Webb. Donovan Webb. Milana Zapardo. Good morning, Ms. Zapardo.
Good morning.
All right, ma'am, you've been charged with petty theft. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Zapardo?
1 moment. Yes, the state's offer is going to be an adjudication of guilt, $270 in court costs, 6-month probation to complete the shoplifter's awareness course, and a no trespass at the target located at 853 Harbor Boulevard in Destin, Florida.
All right. Ms. Zapardo, you heard that offer from the state. If you'd like to accept it, we can resolve your case today. However, if you don't want to accept it, we can go ahead and enter a not guilty plea for you so you can speak to an attorney or think about the offer. What would you like to do?
I'll accept it.
You want to go ahead and accept that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please state your full name and date of birth.
Milana Zapardo, February 24th, 2006.
Okay. And Ms. Zapardo, were you here this morning when I explained everyone's rights?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that now since I know we have Mr. Dewar, who wasn't here this morning either. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, I can appoint one to represent you. You have the right to a trial by jury, at which the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And you have the right to confront witnesses against you. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, you're going to be giving up the right to call witnesses in your defense and the right to present any defenses you may have. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to certain offenses, the Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles may suspend your license. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, you're going to give up the right to appeal all issues in your case except for that of an illegal sentence. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to the charges against you, it will affect your immigration status up to and including deportation. And finally, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to a charge involving domestic violence, it could affect your ability to purchase or possess a firearm. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Your
Yeah.
Honor, one moment before she enters.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Lotion.
The state would like to amend that offer. We did previously offer an adjudication of guilt. I would like to offer her a withhold of adjudication based on what I see.
All right. Mr. Aiden, did you? Sure.
Just as a friend of what I advised her of what the difference of the offer would be.
Okay.
She is going to accept, the state wishes to go ahead and announce the amended offer.
Yes, it was that original withhold of adjudication, $270 in court costs, the shoplifter's awareness course to be completed on 6-month probation, and a no trespass at the target at 853 Harbor Boulevard in Destin, Florida.
Yes, ma'am. All right. And Ms. Zapardo, you still want to go ahead and accept that offer?
The one they just said?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, yes. Sir.
All right. So do you have any questions regarding those rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
No, sir.
And Ms. Zapardo, do you believe it's in your best interest today to go ahead and plea no contest and accept that offer from the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Ms. Zapardo, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to 6 months of probation. There is a $55 per month cost of supervision. You're going to pay $270 in court costs, complete the shoplifter's awareness course, and there's going to be no trespassing at the target in Destin, okay? You're going to have to check in with probation. Do you all have the QR code? Perfect. Using that QR code that the deputy's going to give you, use that and check in within 24 hours, okay? You are going to need to be fingerprinted by the court deputy, so please step over at this time.
Thank you.
And don't forget to check into probation. Ms. Walker-Thomas? All right, ma'am. So if you want to accept responsibility for this citation today, I would withhold adjudication, which would withhold the points from your license. I'd order that you pay $283 in court costs within 90 days. If you don't want to accept that, we can go ahead and set your case for an infraction hearing where the officer would have to prove the charge against you. What would you like to do?
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and notate that not guilty plea for you. And we're going to set your case for an infraction hearing on May 21st. Do you have a good email address?
my first CHONTE.Thomas, THOMAS
So the clerk is going to go ahead and email you a notice to appear. Those are held via Zoom, so you won't have to come back to the courthouse. That's going to be on May 21st, and they will put in the notice the exact time that you need to log on, okay? All right? We'll see you then.
Thanks.
And that'll be with Judge Mason.
Thank you.
Mr. Dewar? All right. So, Mr. Dewar, when I had you take a seat, we're in the middle of taking your plea. You still wish to enter a plea of no contest and accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt, $300 in court costs to be paid within 90 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And, sir, you just heard me advise you and the other defendant of your rights. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any question regarding the rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Dewar, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter a plea of no contest and accept that offer from the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Dewar, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. I will adjudicate you guilty, order that you pay $300 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. Does he need to be fingerprinted? I don't believe so. No. It is an adjudication, but...
He does.
He does? Okay. So, Mr. Dewar, you will need to be fingerprinted. And the court deputy is going to hand you a pay slip so you can get that $300 paid at the clerk's office. All right, so please step over to be fingerprinted. Thank you, Mr. Dewar. All right, everybody, we're going to take a 10-minute recess. When we get back, we'll address any defendants remaining in the gallery who think they're on the docket today, and then we'll do our inmates. So we'll be in recess for 10 minutes.
All right.
So Jason's talking to that guy. I don't know if he served the time, but Jason come back and talk.
If you want to bring them over, start doing them after we clear the stragglers. Have you written all these on your docket? No. Okay.
Yes, just leave that one. Okay, sorry, there was another one. Yeah, that's good.
Have you wrote them down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I already did.
The reason I want to do it is like I say, with credit from this day to this day.
I can email Cantler, and then he'll give me the dates that he was incarcerated. That's the easiest way to do it.
Was he in jail anytime after he was arrested?
Yes, because he's saying that he entered the plea for the 60 days of reinstatement on the 3rd. And then he was served in jail.
So what I'm thinking of doing is it has to be after the date of arrest. So whatever.
And he's still on probation until like February of next year.
Just tell me how many, looking at the number from date of arrest, it's 20 days.
Just leave that one with me, because here's what happened. Is he came one day last week.
20 days, whatever it is.
He
So in
came
this case, it's
yesterday,
got to be
one for
sticker
some reason, we
that he
still
has
don't
the
have
credit.
it.
So that's really today.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let me see if I can get those dates.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
just
Give me, I'll go
Yep.
get that.
And instead of trying to deal with the website, I'm just going to email Lieutenant Cantler.
So I'm gonna
and see if
hold
he'll
on
give me
to
the
it.
dates, because he can usually do that if he's at his desk.
And
guy knows.
because I think we gave this to them yesterday, because Jordan filled him out, this guy
But
out one yesterday. I remember Jordan doing that. As soon as he showed me that, I was like, I remember Jordan telling me about this guy.
Understood.
Jordan
No,
said,
he did say that.
All right, so.
yeah, he came last week. Okay. He's fixed all his, he says.
Any people injured by his activity?
He's done all that, all of this stuff, he does not need a license to do. He's just-
Who's the complaint?
I don't know.
Is there any prior record?
I don't know. Oh.
All right, but he has fixed.
He's fixed it.
Where you want to?
He's trying to.
Yeah, I'm good with
Just drop it.
that. Yeah.
To do the work of his clients. For them to check. So he does want to get his client.
CT what?
So you told me, I don't know what
I'm good with this right
you're
here.
dropping the probation.
I'm good with that.
That's what I was saying.
He's not.
Because he's done everything we've asked him.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Kind of could be, I don't know.
So he's,
Yeah, I get you.
digitally on.
Okay. All right, Mr. Touchdown, you can read your stuff back. Actually, you have some other documents.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep this because I'm gonna put this on our file. So what we're gonna do is, I know she told you yesterday that you please. Yes, for region 270. It's a, which is our normal one. We're gonna drop the probation today. The same, so it's just.
I got to continue on 324.
So if you want to.
We need to continue to 24 license.
No, he's showing the license filled out inside of the.
I don't, for this
Okay,
particular
yeah,
case,
if you want to talk to
2260
somebody about
446, he
that,
should have prior ones that been
I
there.
don't know if PPR told you that or not, I don't know that to be
They
sure.
also falsified the DEA that on
Well, there's stuff attached to it. Wow.
I feel like it's really this
You're not the first.
Everybody was getting around.
At
the end there, but-
It is what it is, right? So it needs to be fixed. So,
And then later, let's say they show up.
okay, so do you need to go on
all I need to recall is the sheet.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How is you?
Says,
Missed you for a while.
I get paid Thursday, right?
I've been approved.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Are you working at it? So they're basically the same.
because, when I go through,
Probably gonna wanna
resolve
You're probably gonna wanna come back with some proof from CPR or a lawyer who is gonna help you with the process that says this is getting used. So that we have that.
No, wait, so you wouldn't have to copy. Because I might.
You know, I did yesterday. Okay, so do you want to just do her for time served?
Not on EVATs and not on EVATs. Most other stuff, yes.
I was gonna, I was thinking this, I was gonna.
Mr. Touchdown is, he's going. Mr. Touchstone, when are you going to do PR to get the license? When's your? Okay, when are you going before the court to get your license?
Somebody like that, and it was, oh, they're not here, I take it. And yeah, I mean, the whole deal, that would be maybe a different situation.
Says we increase their.
So she got the permit.
So you want to be able to pass that. Yeah.
Good morning, Ms.
Good morning. How are you doing today? Hey, Shane. Flowers. Do you remember him from last week? Yeah, you talked to him. I don't have a skin in the game, Rob, so.
That would have been easier yesterday, if I'm honest with you. I'll probably do all the no attorneys first and then do all. As long as they know the fee, and I know their name when they come out, so I'll have to make stuff.
Where is the jail list?
Well, okay. I think it's a duplicate of the case you have. Or have.
Or I would.
Yeah, it would have been out.
Unless somebody came off, so I need them to know. I said, if you step back there, just ask who wasn't transported or who refused or who's out.
Okay. They don't show the DPA ever enter.
I know. Because I looked and I didn't see it on the car side. But he was here yesterday. He definitely was. That was the case that, because I texted Jordan too, and Jordan was like, yeah, it's the same there. I don't know why it's right. We're not trying to do that. Jordan, we turned all of the DPAs. I just don't know if the one from yesterday hasn't got uploaded. That's why I was gonna hold on to it.
Should be your BOP, currently closed, there was one remaining arrest back in 2017.
Where's the jail list? I don't have a jail list.
We have report today.
Huh?
Remaining arrest issued.
You do?
Apparently.
Warrant served.
Which one was it?
The warrants of 319.
So it's either.
Looks like we're.
It's been emailed.
gallery who believes that they're on today's docket, but I did not call your name? If so, please form a line right by the interpreter. Ms. Cardenas?
Yes,
Morning,
sir. We
ma'am.
have number 23 on the docket, Ms. Escobar. Buen día, Myra.
All right, Ms. Escobar, you've been charged with no valid driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Escobar?
Miss S, are you able to get a valid driver's license?
No, I don't think so.
The state's offer would be an adjudication of guilt and $300 in court costs.
All right, so Ms. Escobar, you heard that offer from the state. If you want to accept that, I would give you 90 days to pay that $300. If you don't want to accept that, we can go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty plea for you and go ahead and set your case for another court date so you can speak to an attorney. What would you like to do?
I'll accept.
Okay.
I'll accept. I'll pay the $300.
Okay. Can you please state your full name and date of birth?
Myra Johanna Escobar Munguia, 12 of October 2000.
All right, and Ms. Escobar, were you here just a little while ago when I explained everyone's rights?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No.
Ma'am, do you understand that a plea of no contest in this case may subject you to mandatory jail time for any future or subsequent offenses?
Yes.
With all that being said, Ms. Escobar, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter a plea of no contest today and accept the state's offer?
I'm sorry.
With everything that I've asked you today, do you believe that it's in your best interest to go ahead and plead no contest and accept this offer from the state? All right. Ms. Escobar, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty, order that you pay $300 in court costs within 90 days of today's date. You will have to be fingerprinted by the court deputy, and he will hand you a pay slip so you can take that down to the clerk's office to get that $300 paid. Please step over to be fingerprinted. Thank you, Ms. Escobar. All right, who's next? Ma'am? What's your name?
Amanda Runge, R-U-N-G-E.
R-U-N-G-E. Dan, if you could look that one up.
R-U-G-N-E.
R-U-N-G-E.
Amanda, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, that case number is 26CT 542.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Runge, you've been charged with driving with an expired driver's license. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Runge?
Yes, Your Honor, the state has talked to Ms. Runge. She is working to get her valid driver's license, and the state would have no objection to a continuance to allow her to get that.
Okay. Ms. Runge, if I continue your arraignment to April 28th, will that give you enough time?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Runge will go ahead and continue this court date to April 28th at 9 a.m. Make sure you're back on that date and bring that driver's license with you so you can show the state, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Bennett Gauthier,
Bennett, how do you spell your last name?
Gauthier. Gauthier.
First name?
Bennett.
I show that case as a 25CT1872. Or that's the only case we have open in our system, Your Honor.
Okay. What's the charge?
The charge is a failure to have required insurance coverage. I do see that there was a capias on it. This case is from 2025. Do you have valid
Yes, I got it same day.
insurance? Do you have proof of that insurance?
I have it on my phone, I can fill it out for you.
This one's not a case number again, please?
Yes. 25CT1872.
Thank you.
Shame. I do think PD's was 20, so.
Yeah.
Just want to get that insurance.
What was the charge on that again, Dan?
Failure to have insurance.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a failure to appear.
Correct.
Is there an outstanding capias agreement?
Looks like something's out
There is?
there. Yes.
Advised to be here, they assume that
This is that.
Yeah, we'll recall the capias.
I have it pulled up.
Yeah, at 12:15 judge docket there.
Okay. So he's already entered a plea. Plea of not guilty, I'm assuming.
Your Honor, if we would have passed this case for a minute, just let me look at it so that we can
All right,
do some other people's in the
Mr.
meantime.
Gauthier, we're going to go ahead and pass your case for just a minute to let the state take a look. All right, who's next?
How you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Dyer Perez?
Perez?
Yes, sir.
How do you spell your first name?
Diher.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That's D-I-H-E-R, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perez, Judge.
It's a speeding citation, but you guys don't have it in there? All right. So, Mr. Perez, you can do one of two things. You can take that citation down to the clerk's office right there at the end of the hall and have them go ahead and initiate a case for you.
Okay.
And then you can come back to court and we can probably resolve that citation today. Or you can head out now and just wait for them to send you notice in the mail of a new court date. What would you like to do?
I'll probably just do it right now.
Okay.
See if I can do it right now.
Perfect. Go ahead and take that down to the clerk's office, and then they'll give you a case number, and head on back to the courtroom, and we'll address it when you get back.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right. Anyone else? Sir?
They passed mine.
Yeah, and what's your name again?
Rogers.
Rogers? All right.
Judge, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Collins on this case. I believe Mr. Rogers would enter a plea of no contest in 26 MN 467. The agreement would be an adjudication and 20 days in the Okaloosa County Jail. And I believe, in speaking to my client, that he served from February 8th to March 24th. And I believe the state is willing to stipulate that he has served the 20-day sentence. So there would be court costs that are imposed in 26 MM 467 and the public defender fee. I would ask that those amounts, if the court would allow it, to be placed into the current probation he has with JCS in another case, so that they don't just go to collections while he's on probation for another case.
What's that case number, if you know?
26 and then 467.
Is this case, Judge, I'd have to look the other one up.
Is it two? I don't know.
Probation, do you show that he's currently on active JCS probation?
Yes, he's been active since March 3rd.
And do you have that case number?
It is 25 MM 3316.
3316?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that the state's agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would have no problem allowing him to pay those during his probationary term in that case.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Rogers, your attorney indicates that you want to go ahead and plea no contest and accept that offer from the state. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you here this morning when I explained everyone's rights?
I was.
And do you understand those rights?
I do.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
I am not.
Okay. Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. McKinney regarding this plea and get any questions you may have answered?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Rogers, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter this plea of no contest today and accept the offer from the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Rogers, I will find your plea to be freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 20 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Looks like there's a stipulation that you already have spent that entire time, so that should satisfy that condition of the sentence. Or that you pay $270 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense. Those will be paid during your probationary term in 25 MM 3316.
All right.
Does he don't have to be fingerprinted?
No,
Okay.
Judge, just to be correct, so 25 and 3316 is on probation right now.
Correct.
Correct.
26 and 467, 20 days in county jail, stipulated he has done his time.
Correct.
$270, $100.
That's
Correct.
it?
And those dollar amounts go into the 25 MM 3316 with probation.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, sir. Anyone else that needs to be recalled at this time? And sir, what was your name again?
Tyler Touchstone?
Touchstone.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. I know we passed speak with you, State. What's going on in Mr. Touchstone's
I
case?
believe he's going to take a 2-month continuance and come back. There'll be no objection to that continuance.
So, Mr. Touchstone, we can go ahead and continue your arraignment to June 2nd at 9 a.m. So make sure you're back on that date.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know what y'all discussed, but whatever, requirements or documentation you need to bring with you, make sure you bring them on that court date, okay?
Everything will get taken care of, yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you back on June 2nd at 9 a.m.
All right, you have a good one.
You too. All right. Mr. Thoughts here? You ready to, is he ready to go? Or y'all need some additional time to speak?
Yes, Judge, we're gonna write up an EPA and talk to him
All
about
right,
that.
just take a seat, sir. Anyone else who was on this morning's docket that I did not call? All right, let's do our inmates.
Got Raymond Flowers?
Good morning, Mr. Clowers. All right. Mr. Clowers, you've been charged with trespassing. Does the state have an offer for Mr. Clowers?
Your Honor, this case was pled in court on 3/31, and that's shown on the clerk's notes in case number 26MM674.
So he entered a plea in that case?
Yes, to both. There was 3 open case, I think arraignment, 3 open cases, I believe we pled.
So he's already entered a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have that, Dan?
What's the case number again?
The case number 26MM674,
674.
and from 3/31.
Yeah, it's been,
So, Mr. Clowers, this case has been resolved
Yes, sir.
with your plea from that date? Sounds like you may have other things holding you.
If you, I'm trying to point out there, but they say I get it served on me or something. I don't understand, but.
Well, this case should no longer hold you up.
Okay.
So, best of luck to you, sir. Thank you.
You have a good day, Your Honor.
You too, Mr. Clowers. Huh? Oh, so he may have some additional time.
Casey France?
All right. Good morning, Ms. France.
Good morning.
Judge, this is Ms. France before the court. She is here today in 26MM672, 26MM741. As I was reviewing these cases in court today, I did see that this court at first appearance entered an order commanding arrest for a felony violation of probation back on March 19th. That was for case number 26CF35. That still has not been served, so that case is not open in felony court yet. So I would ask this court to direct OCSO to serve the warrant for the VOP in 26CF35, and I would enter a not guilty plea in the misdemeanor cases for today, as they would have an impact on the felony violation of probation.
All right. We'll notate that not guilty plea for these 2 cases. And Ms. France, your case is going to be set for May 4th at 9 a.m. State, any input on the warrant issue?
In the felony warrant? Your Honor, no input on the felony warrant itself. I do not disagree that it would need to be served on Ms. France, and I do show there's misdemeanor VOPs that might be coming as well, because she's on probation for a few cases.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to inquire as to case number 26MM741 and then the 672. On our end, they're showing that they're duplicative, so the same facts we have on both cases. I did want to double check that with the clerk, see if anything before the state would announce on that.
All right, Mr. Clerk.
what are you asking this time?
741 and 672 seem to be duplicative, same facts. Want to make sure that
And I will direct the sheriff's office to go ahead and serve that warrant in 26CF35.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Give us one moment. The 672 case may be a duplicate of 741.
Okay. Between all these things, we have this one is not open. That's
So that doesn't matter then, if it's not open, then it doesn't matter.
It does matter because you won't get out of jail if your mom now.
this the same? This looks like the same incident. Those are King Street.
No, that 617-72 looks like a duplicate. Your Honor, then it does look like it, both ends show that this is a duplicate. The state would like to announce a no pros of the highest case number, which will be 26MM741.
All right.
And everything be.
All right, so that case will be dismissed as a duplicate of 26MM672. So 26MM672 will be set for May 4th at 9 a.m.
And Judge, I'm not sure of this court's preferences. If we reach an agreement ahead of that May 4th court date for this, can we advance it on the docket?
Sure, yeah, definitely. If you guys have reached an agreement, just go ahead and reach out to Jeannie, and she can get this moved up, or you guys can send over a plea agreement.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. France. Good morning, Ms. Gandara. All right, Ms. Gandara, you've been charged with battery. Does the state have an offer for Ms. Gandara?
Yeah.
Do you want to, is the victim here in this case? No. One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state would like to announce a no pros of 26MM738 due to the victim's request.
All right, so Ms. Gandara, this case has been dismissed. Is there anything else holding you?
No, sorry.
Okay. If this is the only thing holding you, then you should be released today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
You have Jay Blanky.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, Ms. Lanky.
Good morning.
Judge, may I have a moment at the lectern?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ms. Linky is before the court in 26MM821. My understanding is that the state's offer in this case for a plea as charged would be 20 days of Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
In which case, Ms. Linky, we wishes to enter a plea of no contest for
Oh.
those terms.
All right, there'd be $270 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense. And I'd give you 90 days to pay those amounts. All right, Ms. Lanky, your attorney indicates that you want to go ahead and plead no contest and accept that offer from the state. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please state your full name and date of birth.
Jade Bunny Lanky, November 20th, 1996.
All right. And ma'am, did they explain your rights to you back in the jail?
Yes.
Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No.
Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. McKinney regarding your plea and your case and get any questions you may have answered?
Yes.
Do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by entering this plea?
No.
And Ms. Lanky, do you believe it's in your best interest to enter this plea today?
Yes.
All right. And we'll find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, and I will accept it. We'll adjudicate you guilty of the resisting charge, sentence you to 20 days in the Okaloosa County Jail at credit for time served. I'm going to order that you pay $270 in court costs and a $100 cost of defense within 90 days of your release, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Best of luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Compton, please, in a minute.
Yes. Jonathan McDaniel.
All right. Good morning, Ms. McDaniel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shane for the defense. So state have an offer, Ms. McDaniel.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, Judge. We do have a global offer for Ms. McDaniel because she also has another DUI open.
I believe that's in front of Judge Mason, right?
It would, yes.
Okay.
The state's concern is that I do believe Ms. Dudley has entered a notice of appearance on at least one case. I'm just not sure she's.
The older case, not this one.
So she's not taking these two cases?
At this point, no.
Yes, so Judge, the state's global offer in Ms. McDaniel's case would be adjudication, 180 days, in the Okaloosa County Jail, followed by the remainder, 11 months and 29 days probation with a special condition of 180 days in jail. 180 days of scram after she's released from jail, 50 hours of community service work, a 12-month driver's license suspension, should have to do multi-offender DUI school, should have to do the victim impact panel, 30-day vehicle impound, a 1-year interlock, $1,000 fine, and the court cost would be $501.73 in each case. Oh, I'm sorry, in the 26 MM 742, it would be $270.
Okay.
It's 300. Sorry, we're getting it all confused.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask, what's the plea of not guilty and everything? I'm going to ask this be set on the same date as she is in Judge Mason's court, so we can see if we can resolve everything.
Okay.
Since there are two different attorneys in two different cases.
All right, we'll go ahead and notate the not guilty plea in these two cases. And it looks like she's set on April 15th with Judge Mason in 25 CT 2206. So we'll go ahead and leave all three cases set for that day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you, Ms. McDaniel. Okay, so he's taking care of that?
Just as Laura Lambert before the court in 25 MM 2544. This is a misdemeanor violation of probation. We've reached an agreement. I believe that she is going to admit the violation of probation and state as the offer 30 days in which and jail to revoke and terminate her supervision. Laura Lambert.
Morning, Ms. Lambert.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
That was the recommendation against you.
Judge, the state was wanting 60 days in Okaloosa County Jail.
And Judge, I'm sorry, I looked at the violation report, saw the recommendation is 30 days in jail. I thought that's what they normally did in misdemeanor court. We'll enter a denial, and ask for the court to be set without subpoenas.
Okay, so Ms. Lambert, we'll go ahead and notate that denial of the violation. And your case is going to be set for May 11th with Judge Mason at 9 a.m.
Justin Hampton.
Morning, Mr. Hampton.
Morning, sir. Your Honor, we're here on a VOP. We'll just enter denial of that at this point.
All right, Mr. Hampton, we're going to go ahead and notate that denial. And your case is going to be set for May. Sure.
Okay. The state's offer is going to be an adjudication, a $50 violation of probation fee, a $50 cost of prosecution fee, revoke and terminate probation. We'd like to waive non-monetary requirements and send all monetary requirements to collections, 11 months and 29 days in jail with credit for time served.
I believe it's with no credit for time served.
The state's recommendation is credit with time served.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, I appreciate that. At this point, we are going to stick with the denial of violation of probation.
Okay. So, Mr. Hampton, we'll notate that denial and set your case for May 4th at 9 a.m. So we'll see you back on that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
You too.
If he does it right now.
Give me 9.
Nine, I feel. I said 10, he said no.
Yeah, you do that right now. Give me the other 90 days. You got 6 months, and 6 months, that 6 months credit. You got 3 more months to do. I'm sorry, I don't know, I don't know the gym. So, you know, yeah. So, you do that right now. Yeah.
One half.
You said 9.5, instead of just 9. You want 10, I said 9. So, you said 9.5, you do 9.5, so 2 weeks. But that's up to you, I can't make that.
It's 285 days.
Sir,
285 days.
with my credit account, sir. And, you can,
We'll stipulate he's done the 6 months and 180 days of this. You want that?
We'll sign over.
We'll stipulate that he's already done 180 days, give him the time.
Whatever the credit is, he gets it, that's it. I'm not gonna negotiate with that.
No.
I'm just trying to make sure what, he's trying to find out what credit he has.
What credit is it?
He said 6 months.
Okay. 4 months, and I'm in London right now for 60 days. So I've already done 6 months.
That, just for clarification on the record, he will receive credit for all time served. Whatever that is, he will get.
He will receive credit for whatever he's legally entitled to. That's what he gets.
And I believe that the offer is now, the adjudicate $50 violation of probation fee, $50 cost to the prosecution, monetary, any outstanding monetary to collections, waive any other non-monetary mandatories, and be
285 days in jail.
Great.
with the credit for time served.
Okay. Does Mr. Hampton want to accept that offer?
I believe he is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Hampton, you want to go ahead and plead no contest and accept that offer from the state?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Mr.
Excuse me, not a plea no contest, admit the VOP and accept that offer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please state your full name and date of birth.
Justin Kyle Hampton, November 4th, 1989.
All right. And Mr. Hampton, did they explain your rights to you back in the jail?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by admitting this violation today?
No, sir.
Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. Aiden regarding the admission and the agreement and get any questions that you have answered?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for your attorney at this time?
Not at the moment, sir.
And Mr. Hampton, do you believe it's in your best interest to admit this violation of probation today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Hampton, I will find your admission to be freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation. You're going to waive any non-monetary requirements and send any monetary requirements to collections. There's going to be a $50 VOP fee and $50 cost of prosecution. Those will be paid within 90 days of your release from Okaloosa County Jail. And you're going to be sentenced to 285 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served. I don't know what that credit is at this point in time, but that will be calculated by the jail staff, okay?
And that's all the time that I've done on the charge, right?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hampton.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you, sir.
Case is open. Case is open. Red letter.
Oh, my apologies. You have to be fingerprinted, Mr. Hampton. All right. And sir, what's your name?
Austin Johns.
Austin Johns. Yeah. Just give me one moment. All right. Yeah, we did resolve your case yesterday, Mr. Johns, so
Yes, sir.
you are good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good morning, Mr. Newhouse.
Stay have it off of Ms. Newhouse's violation of probation.
Thank you.
Stay have it off of the violation.
Newhouse.
The state's offer is an adjudication of guilt, $50 violation of probation fee, $50 cost of prosecution fee, revoke and terminate probation, waive non-monetary requirements, send all monetary requirements to collections, 120 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served.
Do you need to speak with your client?
That was a very short conversation. We have, in fact, wish to accept the state's offer.
Okay. So, Mr. Newhouse, you want to go ahead and admit the violation of probation today and accept that offer from the state?
Yes.
Okay. All right, can you please state your full name and date of birth?
Daniel Larry Newhouse, December 22nd, 1975.
All right. And Mr. Newhouse, did they explain your rights to you back at the jail?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Newhouse, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No.
Do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by entering this admission?
No.
Okay. Mr. Newhouse, have you had enough time to speak with Mr. Aiden regarding the admission and the agreement and get any questions you may have answered?
That's this guy?
That's your attorney.
No, no question.
Okay. And Mr. Newhouse, do you believe it's in your best interest to admit the violation of probation today and accept the state's offer?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Newhouse, I do find that your admission is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty. I'm going to revoke and terminate your probation. waive any non-monetary requirements remaining, and send any monetary requirements remaining to collections. It's going to be a $50 VOP fee, $50 cost of prosecution. Those will be paid within 90 days of your release from Okaloosa County Jail. And you'll be sentenced to 120 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for any time that you've served.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're going to need to be fingerprinted by the court deputy. And best of luck to you, Mr. Newhouse.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Reed.
Morning, Your Honor. Shane for the defense. State have an offer on the violation of probation.
One moment.
Yes, I did.
As soon as the clerks convert the rest of his fines, it's already been submitted and e-filed. We're just waiting for them to convert it in the system.
And
For
he has
William.
pending felony matters and goes back to court on Monday for the.
And this is William Reed, correct?
William Reed.
We have a note about a new law violation. But he's paid everything, I guess that's the answer.
Everything's paid, all his requirements are complete.
One moment, Your Honor. I'm gonna-
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know when his probation was to end?
6 months probation.
September of last year, I believe. As far as what I see for the case is the 25 MM4.
And that was supposed to end, you said December of 2025?
9/3/2025.
He's supposed to be off probation 9/3/2025, and the new law offense happened this month? So he should have already been off probation, right?
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah, so his case is still open with us because the clerk system hasn't converted his community service to his fine, so it still says open. So as soon as it's converted in the system, then it'll be closed out, but the new law is after September 2025, so.
I guess my question is, we can't violate it.
So
I guess
I'm gonna ask them to take it and withdraw that VOP on this then, since it's been out here.
What's the date of the affidavit? Is it after his probation?
January is when this happened.
Probation, was there an affidavit of violation of probation filed before his probation ended?
Let me see. There was a order commanding arrest on January 29th, 2026.
And was that the basis of that order commanding arrest? Was that an affidavit of violation of probation?
That's what it's stating, but if it's January of this year, then he was already done with probation.
Let me, one more. Mr. Clerk?
Yes.
Before his probation ended, is there an affidavit of violation in the clerk's computer?
For this case or for other cases?
For this case.
1 second. I can see is the order of arrest was on 2/3/26.
But is there an affidavit for violation of probation?
I think that would be an order commanding after first appearance, because the felony charges were arrests on 1/26 and 1/29. So I think this is another order commanding arrest from first appearance, not from probation.
So there is no violation.
The only thing outstanding according to probation, Your Honor, is that the clerk hasn't
But
converted
it's
his
supposed to be
work
okay.
to the money,
And I
and
see,
that's not on him.
I see this community hours, certificate of community hours, and after 3/31.
So state?
I think the defense might have a motion.
We would move our attendance to dismiss the violation of probation.
State?
Without a violation of probation filed before the expiration of the term of probation, I believe that motion is well taken.
All right. Mr. Reed, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the violation of probation. It sounds like you have some other matters pending, though. So those will still need to be addressed, but this case has been dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Adrian Sanders?
This is Edwin Sanders, 26 MM 748.
Yes, sir.
I did identify that there is a conflict with our office, as we also just represented Ms. Jay Limke in court today. So I would move to withdraw and ask for RCC to be appointed. I know that Mr. Sanders is in jail, so I ask for the soonest available court date for RCC to come on to his case.
All right. I will grant the motion to withdraw and appoint Regional Conflict Counsel. Mr. McKinney, can your office send an order?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do
Okay.
so. We'll definitely provide that in the motion in order,
All
just to
right.
make sure the paperwork is there.
So, Mr. Sanders, what we'll do is we'll notate a not guilty plea for you in this case.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be set for May 11th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Mason. That will give your new attorney from Regional Conflict Counsel some time to get formally appointed.
Yes, sir.
And come see you up at the jail.
Yes, sir.
All right? So they'll see you back on May 11th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders.
Snyder? Jason Snyder?
Good morning, Mr. Snyder.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. Shane for the defense. Does the state have an offer on this BOP?
Yes, the state's offer is going to be an adjudication of guilt, a $50 violation probation fee, a $50 cost of prosecution fee, revoke and terminate probation, D6, any outstanding 180 days OCJ with credit for time served.
Is this a first DUI? It was on supervision report?
I am not sure, but I can look. Was it a first offense DUI, was it probation? He didn't do it.
This was
He didn't put anything on. Yeah. No, not so. He couldn't have completed it.
They might want to set for hearing. If not, it's going to be pretty close to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, if you set for hearing.
Just set for hearing.
No, there's no missed appointments.
He's saying that he was in Alabama.
He's paid everything to $55. Right. So he's really paid appointments and then.
Let's ask.
Yes, sir.
We need to set this for a hearing. Mr. Snyder's given us a clue on where we'll be able to find some of the proof that he actually has completed this.
Oh, so he's going to enter a denial today?
Correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Snyder, I'll go ahead and notate the denial. Your case is going to be set for May 11th with Judge Mason. And, you know, if y'all want to go ahead and set this for a violation of probation hearing, go ahead and reach out to Judge Mason's office.
Thank you.
And they'll go ahead and coordinate that with you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Snyder.
Thank you.
All right. Is that all our inmates?
We should have a recall for Laura Lambert.
Okay.
Judge, she is approaching the court again, 25 MM 2544. And speaking with the state, I believe, is going to offer 45 days Okaloosa County Jail to revoke and terminate her supervision if she admits the violation of probation. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Ms. Lambert is in a position that she wishes to enter an admission to the misdemeanor violation of probation for the 45 Okaloosa County Jail sentence with credit for time served. That will revoke and terminate her supervision.
Okay. You said that was 45 days with credit for time served?
Correct.
Is that the state's agreement?
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
All right. So, Ms. Lambert, you want to go ahead and enter an admission to the violation of probation and accept that offer from the state?
Yes.
Okay. Please state your full name and date of birth.
It's Laura Lambert, 102470.
All right. And Ms. Lambert, did they explain your rights to you back at the jail?
Yes.
And do you understand those rights? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or other medication today?
No.
Do you have any questions regarding the rights you're giving up by admitting this violation of probation? Have you had enough time to speak with Mr. McKinney regarding the admission and the agreement and get any questions you may have answered?
Yes.
And do you believe it's in your best interest to admit the violation of probation today?
Yes.
All right. I will find that your admission is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, waive any non-monetary requirements remaining, send any remaining monetary requirements to collections. There's going to be a $50 cost of prosecution, a $50 violation of probation fee. Those will be paid within 90 days of your release from jail. And you're going to be sentenced to 45 days in the Okaloosa County Jail with credit for all time served, okay?
Thank you.
All right. You're going to, does she need to be fingerprinted?
And to be redundant, that will be revoke and terminate.
Revoke and terminate your probation. All right. Best of luck to you, Ms. Lambert.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, y'all want to go through the docket?
Yes.
All right, we got Larry Alden. Did he enter a DPA?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
All right. Marvin Arias Melendez. Mr. Aiden?